best of five, seven,
Best of seven.
seven.
Tang does actually have a second life as well. We were pretty harsh on Lando, so if Lando wins this best of seven, he has to play another best of seven.
So I could potentially be here for another 12 games.
Well, I mean, potentially. I don't know. I think Tang is definitely the favorite here. Lando, I know he can take games from Tang. I don't know whether he has, though. So we are loading up into Secret Spring for map 3. This was Lando's choice. So if you pick Secret Spring as a Terran player, you have something planned, right?
So does Zerg though. A lot of people don't
That's true.
realize this. Like small ramps, everyone says small ramps are very easy to defend, but what you don't realize is when you look at most Roachbane busts, you're expected to lose your initial wall, right? But then you retreat and safeguard yourself on the second wall and keep your production going. You can't do this on a small ramp. If the Zerg manages to breach your initial perimeter, there's no second layer of defense. He's just gonna get in and get on top of your production. So you don't have many opportunities to defend. This small ramp, you cannot lose it, and that in some ways makes holding busts significantly harder, especially now that
Hmm.
most players aren't opening tanks.
Yeah, I never thought of it that way, actually. That's a very interesting perspective for things.
Please don't
And
all in me on this map. Spawning at the bottom left hand side, representing All Inspiration as its leader. All hail Tang.
yeah. And to the top right of Secret Spring, the Red Terran, it is MrLando. Down 0-2. He needs four more wins and the next best of seven, whereas Tang just needs two more wins.
So he's basically got to win 6 games in a row. Tricky for this map. Well, actually, this is a good Terran map. I'm not gonna lie. As much as I made it sound all doom and gloom, this is an amazing Terran map. A competent Terran against a player who's gonna play relatively standard, Zerg can never take a third without a huge amount of trouble. But
Hmm.
once Tang ever played standard, but not even he would be crazy enough to do some sort of pull first on this map, right?
Uh,
Right? I mean,
I don't know.
you're not gonna. No way. Nobody opens fast feeling on this map. Everyone is gonna wall this off very quickly.
You
So we'll just
can actually six pool on this map against Terrans, and he didn't opt to do that.
But you can
So,
hold 6 pull with workers is the thing.
yeah, that's true. I don't know. I mean, either way, Tang he's gonna be going for the pool. This is his go-to. I'd be very surprised if we saw a gas very quickly here. It's got to be the hatch. It's got to be the hatch, and it's got to be some kind of two base into third base kind of play. You can't really just throw down the third willy-nilly on this map like you could maybe Vani Research Station. Because, I mean, the third is like so far away. You need like 8 tumors just to get there. And by that time, Terran's already on 4 CCs with like battle cruisers. So, I mean, that's a slight exaggeration, but I think you get the idea.
I was actually kind of hoping Tang was going to go for a one base Baneling bust on this map. It's not a terrible build order choice, but it seems like he is going to be going for that hatchery follow up. From here on out, let's see. Well, what is the Reaper count going to be for Lando? I wouldn't be
A lot.
surprised if for 3, but what? Oh, that's the second barracks.
That's the second barracks. Yep.
That This is a Mara opener. I'm sure I've seen him do this before.
Yep,
And
he's done it on this map in these positions against Life in, I believe, IEM Taipei, and I believe he ended up winning that game. Because towards the he survived until the mid game, both players, but then in the mid game, Life had that icky position of, well, how do I defend my fourth base? It's so painful. Mario actually took his third on the gold then as well, so it's like,
And he
yeah,
hides these 2 Zerglings. Hold on, this is actually kind of cool. He just hides these 2 Zerglings. The Reaper gets by without noticing them, and he's gonna wait for the Reaper to enter, and he's gonna go for what looks like a run by. He's gonna poke at the wall.
yeah,
This
he
is the
won't
turn we keep the second
actually.
Reaper at wall.
Yeah, he won't get to see the second barracks, but he might see the Reaper count go up to 3, and I wonder if that will tip him off. Lando might be able to hide this.
Hold on, he just saw Reaper come in from the northeast section of the base. He didn't see the barracks, but I think this might have been enough of a tell for Mr. Tang to begin getting something along the lines of maybe a spine crawler, extra queens. We'll have to wait and see.
None yet. He probably should have started the Spine Crawler already if he was going to, and he hasn't yet decided to do that. So we will be having 3 Reapers on the map now for Lando, going up to 5, and no factory in sight yet. And I mean, can Lando just keep building Reapers? I mean, he's got more queued up.
He has to get drones killed with this. 3 Reapers is a magic number to 2-shot drones. He just needs to avoid the slow queen. He can't fight the queen. He needs to be killing drones right now. Otherwise, he is extremely behind against someone who just want to pull first.
Yeah, I mean, he's only killed, I think, 1 Zergling so far. He will be getting a few more link kills here, and I think as the Reaper count begins to grow, Tang is actually going to have some trouble here.
Although, I would say this, Tang has delayed his 3rd queen rather significantly from his main hatchery. He is going to get that queen at the cost of a Reaper, and now the entire mineral line is exposed. He needs to get as many kills as possible. We're seeing already 2 drones being popped off, and he needs to stay a little bit longer, but choosing to play it safe is Lando. Ducks out kills basically every single Zergling that Tang had in this section.
Yeah, Lando has lost 2 Reapers so far, but I think 2 Reapers for, what is it, a queen, some drones, 8 lings, it's
not worth
relatively
it.
even.
This is an extremely expensive attack. This is 250 gas being invested into like this attack. More. You see, he's made 5, lost 2. He's invested 350. A huge amount of money. He needs to get something done. He needs to kill more drones.
I mean,
Reaper's hopping in through the southeast.
Yeah, he's sneaking in. He gets 2 more lings, and I guess killing lings is nice, but he'd much rather be killing drones. He will get a little bit more shipping damage done on one of these queens. Would you get greedy and dive? I mean, Tang with a nice transfuse there. These queens are doing pretty well, and there's an extra queen coming out for Tang now as well. He's got the Roach Warren coming down. The layer is halfway done, morphing the back there, so Lando doesn't know that the layer is morphing.
Lando has no idea. He doesn't know there's a Roach Warren on the way either, and against someone who invested so much infrastructure into Reapers, this might hit a little bit harder than expected. But there is one nice thing about this. Well, 2. First, Lando has the infrastructure available to make bio, and bio is fantastic against Roaches. And secondly, there's no creep spread whatsoever. Like, literally 0. There's 1 creep tumor connecting, but there's no way you're going to push a creep tumor out. So, without opening Hellions, Lando's already solved probably the biggest problem of the game. How do you stop the creep from spreading?
Yep, there is no creep, so that's going to be pretty nice for Lando, and he's actually just cut Hellions out entirely.
Which is really cool.
Yeah, he's just gone straight into bio, scouting the gasless plate, expecting the roaches. I mean, there's no use for Hellions in this situation. They're just going to die to roaches and kill slow Zerglings. There's no creep for them to kill, there's no drones for them to kill, really. So that's a really cool play. He's going to go up straight into 1-1. He's got the 3rd CC already. He has delayed the factory quite significantly. So his medevacs are going to be late.
Oh, he sees the roaches, he sees the lair, he has every bit of information he needs. All he needs to do is confirm that the Roach Warren is now researching speed, but I don't think he really needs to see any more than that. He should just begin producing a bunker. There's the bunker right away, gonna delay taking his 3rd, but behind this, I don't know. I feel like Lando, who has just gone 3 command centers, should have a few more workers than he does right now at 37 right now. I would have expected to see him at least 50. But beyond that, I don't think it's too bad. He's done some decent damage. He's definitely ahead in the upgrade department. And once he lands down and locks his 3rd, he'll be in an excellent position to take this game.
Yeah, Tang is actually leapfrogging this creep tumor down the cliff, dodging the Reapers there. That's a pretty neat trick for those of you who don't know. You can do this with Overlords and Creeps. So he'll be looking to take this 3rd base in the triangle position instead of the vertical position by the looks of things. But that being said, he's also spreading creep up there with an Overlord as well. So keeping both options open here is Tang, and he's actually going double Evo Chamber and an Infestation Pit and a Hydralisk Den off of 2 bases.
Wait a second, what is the Infestation Pit for? I don't understand. Is he really going to go for a 2-base hive or something? Or is the pit just for... What is
he hates Swarm Hosts, so it can only be for 3/3 Infestors or Vipers, Hive, that kind of stuff.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so...
Oh, Queen gets caught out.
Misclick
by the Queen. Oh, that's really bad luck there.
So much energy on that Queen.
Yeah, he can't afford to lose anything right now. A 2-base are gonna stretch as tight as it can really go with all this money being invested into roaches. And these Reapers are gonna get out just fine. I would love to see Lando take a 3rd base sometime soon and start his 2-2 as soon as possible. But besides that, I'm not seeing too much trouble. It looks like he's intent on staying on 2 bases actually. He's delayed medevacs quite significantly just to get all these bunkers up. He's going for 5 barracks right now. Medevacs soon to come.
Yeah, on Tang's side of things, he actually opted just to double expand and go straight up to Hive. So I don't know what the plans for this hive is. I
Is
think
this
it's
gonna
going
be
to
a
be...
1-1 Roach Hydra Viper, the world's first ever
I mean, we had the
1-1 Roach
world's
Hydra
first
Viper?
1-1 Roach Hydra timing on Barney Research Station that we missed. So, I mean, it could be a thing that's going to be happening. I mean, this hive has to be used for something. Tang does not accidentally make a hive. This is calculated. He knows what he wants to do with this, just that we don't.
I feel like if Lando had not delayed his medevacs and he just started dropping a little bit earlier, Secret Spring is a fantastic map for neither of these expansions would ever have been allowed to be taken. But as is, Lando playing super safe, and I don't blame him. You don't underestimate a Grandmaster Owen. I mean, they're on a whole different level.
Oh, that Overlord just barely
Oh,
doesn't get there.
barely. Oh, very, very lucky for Lando right here to secure that. Gonna stim his bio into position. These roaches are not long for this world.
I mean, they're gonna get an SUV for the trouble. They might even get a few more. Oh wow,
They're gonna get that mule. Lando's not really watching us. He's taking care of a few macro-related things on his side.
Yeah, he will
For
clean
some
up.
really cost-efficient roaches.
And Tang is going Vipers. He's got 3 Vipers coming out. He's on 76 drones at the 14-minute mark, and he's just going to be pumping endless roaches from here. I don't know how he pulled this off on Secret Spring, but he managed it.
I really think it is, in a way, something along the lines of the last game. Lando playing really, really safe against his opponent. And again, as much as it sounds like I'm criticizing him, I can't blame him. Like,
Yeah.
when, like, Tang's reputation precedes him. What can Lando do? And his choice is going to be knocking down these rocks and plowing through the corridor south here. And he's going to attack the third base from the eastern position. And this also sets him up very nicely to take these vertical 3 bases. 6-base turn on this map, pretty good. Oh, it's good everywhere.
6 base is good everywhere. Yeah, that's
Good
true.
yeah. But in terms like this, where the attack path is literally like this, it's very, very convenient. You cannot deny that.
Yeah, I mean, Lando, I think if he maybe took the third in the vertical position, he could have had the gold as his 4th base, or maybe taken the Mario route and taken it as his 3rd base, and he could have just been parade pushing down here, but actually, he's got some very nice multi-pronged aggression here. There's a few roaches in position, but they're not ready for this much bio, stimming into the
Double
3rd
top
base.
support at the same time.
Oh,
Lando
God.
doesn't really want to take this fight. That's a lot of Hydra chasing his army now. He needs to stim again. Oh, misclick. Oh, that's a terrible misclick by Lando. He does a lot of damage with double drop in the north. Needs to move into action right now. Lando cannot waste any more time. This army is not going to get any more out of position than this, and drops on the mineral line, bypassing all of the static defense. Is Lando Tang immediately diverts his army to the west, trying to calculate how much he needs to send. He's going to send everything, actually. Oh my god, he might get the... No, he's not going to get the half. He needs to get the hell out of it right now.
Yeah, I think Lando got a little bit lucky there with, well, maybe not a bit lucky, but he used that drop really nicely, so...
Oh! Okay. That is definitely one way to deal with that, my friend. This drop is gone, but for 12 drones, not too bad.
That's a lot of drones.
He bought
Yeah.
some key position too. This is a lot of bio with 5 medevacs to support Springium, but they need some time to heal. If he can just concave out, crush this section army, it wouldn't be too bad, but Lando's so hurt right now.
Yeah, he's forced to stim just to retreat, and that's just so much damage he's dealing to himself, and he's got to keep running, I think. He's got to regroup. I mean, he is doing pretty well in the supply count. He's around 180, but Tang is matched with a massive bank. He can reproduce this army that he has out on the field right now. He's still 1-1 though, whereas Lando is going up to +3 weapons, and I think he's got at least +1 on his tanks, which, no he doesn't, but he does have tanks back home as well, so he is ready in the defensive department.
This is only 3 tanks against one of the largest Roach Hydra armies masses player. It's like 79 drones as well. So what most Roach players do, and enters range as a tank. Lando stims the challenge, trying to forces. The tank only engages where the tanks are not there to help us. Oh, the blinding cloud. A lot of freestyle was being done by those Hydralists.
Oh,
But I think Tang is going to want to wait. He wants a Roach buffer. But I understand he really does. Before he engages this.
I mean, he only has 7 roaches, and he's building more hydras. You're gonna go have 7 roaches and 40 hydras.
He's gonna go for this? No, he gets a tank, but I think he's a lot of damage. Yeah, at this point, Terra can take this. He just needs to concave out, and he's gonna just fight Lando. The Marauder is absolutely crushing through. And for the first time, Lando with a huge army lead advantage.
Yeah, Tang can reproduce all of this. Does he have the lava too, though? He only has 3 lava to produce from this bank. He needs a few macro hatches here just to get
Drop,
something done. Yeah,
drop in the
drop in
main,
the main.
single medevac, and there's nothing really here to respond except a single wounded queen, and they might even get this hatchery for the troubles, and he begins to divert a few hydras over to the calculator at the same time. A garrison of around 12 hydras in position here at the third base, and they're going to be overrun by the 6 medevac bioforce.
Yeah, Lando's looking on point this game. He's got a fourth base secured behind this as well. He's getting his production set up. He will actually get caught off by the flank. But
Terran picks up, he barely manages to escape, but behind this,
yeah.
he's still producing with amazing amounts of infrastructure now. I think this is what, 11 barracks?
Let's have a look. It is, yeah, 11 racks. He's producing
Oh,
6 Marauders at a time, 5 Marines at 10 Marines at a time even.
yeah,
So
this is an
that's
absolutely
huge.
phenomenal way to counter Roach Hydra. He's, I think, stopped production altogether, tank production altogether, which is the perfect choice. He's just going to overwhelm with bio. And I know a lot of people will think that Roach Hydra can take bio on a head-on engagement. They don't know what 12 medevacs looks like. It'll absolutely destroy Roach Hydra. And Blinding Cloud ceases to become a problem when you just have concave after concave of bio.
Yeah, you can just stim in, stim out. If you retreat through, then all of a sudden the Blinding Cloud hurts the Zerg player.
Exactly. Yeah, it becomes
So,
another micro award that only Terran really can win. So Tang, I feel, needs to begin transitioning to,
Broodlords?
yeah, I would say Brood Wars is good. Ultras are also good, but because he's already so Marauder heavy, I don't think that's necessarily the best idea. Infestors are a fantastic one, though. If you can
They are.
comp the Infestors with the Vipers,
How
I'm
is he
not.
building Hydras? There's 50 Hydras.
I don't think this is what he really wants to be doing, though. I mean, like, this bio army is going to be so efficient, but right now,
Yeah.
Lando's voted away so much units.
And the composition is called Roach Hydra. It's not called Hydra, right? I mean, I guess Tang is about to try and prove it wrong here. Lando is in Blinding Clouds are real.
Blinding Cloud, he can't find in this. Yeah, like, once you put Blinding Cloud down, you can't pursue your target. It's a really big deal. Same time, we are seeing a double drop in the north. Oh, hold on, just got a message.
Oh god, there's so much of a fight here going on. Tang is trying to make the fight happen.
The tank's trying to get through a barricade to the north. The tank's shelling away at this. He doesn't have much energy left for Blinding Cloud. Lando needs to pull back. At the same time, double drop and north begins to overwhelm the tank defense. Back in the main fight. Looks like Tank has actually found a decent angle to work with. And he is going to prove triumphant. That's just way too many Hydras.
That's just a ridiculous amount of Hydras. And
Yeah.
Tang is still building Hydras. I mean, he has lost his fourth base as a result of this though, but he's camping half of Lando's production. Lando's been cut down to maybe 8 or so barracks at this stage. He is actually building a Thor as well. I mean, I guess that's something.
I'm not too sure what went wrong for Lando in this last few engagements. Like, the bio should be able to combat the Hydralist as long as you have enough medevacs. Maybe he just didn't have enough.
I think
Either way, he has enough now.
yeah. I mean, it was the Blinding Cloud in combination with the Tang using Lando's Consider again. Because Tang does actually get that command center of Lando, but he's going to lose all of these Hydras, and that is a lot of gas.
Oh, he can't lose his medevacs though, and that's a massive concave for Tank right now. Lando's contesting against the high ground, and he's only 2-2. These Hydras are only 2-2. The bio's gonna have to rip this apart.
So many Hydras going down, and supply is even up once again. I mean, Tang is attempting to retreat from this CC location, but he didn't quite get that in position. And Lando is loading up another drop. He's sending that off once again towards the original 4th base of Tang. But Tang is still quite happily on 4 bases, but they're
But he has no
horrendously
gas.
oversaturated. Yeah.
He has no gas. Oh, because he made 27 Hydras.
I mean, that's the thing about the Roaches. They cost half the gas of the Hydras. I mean, he's been building so many Hydras this entire game. He has no money for anything else. I mean, he has enough money in the bank for around 15 or so Roaches, but he's just tunnel visioned on Hydras for whatever reason. I mean, they do a lot of damage. Yeah, so we could just go Hydras. I mean, that's so much gas though. I mean, I'd really like to see Tang at the very least maybe throw down just like Zergling speed so he can have a use of his minerals.
This is a tricky game. I think Lando right now, his priority should be securing the 5th base and not letting Tang take his 5th back in turn. We have a double drop poised to strike. Other than SCV, I might like to add in the north. Almost pure Marauders. And this is going to be the biggest and final fight of the game. I feel that's a Water Marauders. They bait out 3 Blinding Clouds. Immediately Lando pulls out of range, and this Tank army taking a lot of free damage. In turn, there's no more energy left on the high Riders for Blinding Cloud for the time being. He's going to have to pull back, and Lando's going to surrender the Concave. He's going to go upstairs. He needs to heal his Bio. That's too many Hydras, and the Hydras just wheel right past. He's going to go for the Planetary, being defended by a single Marine. And one Blinding Cloud is going to render that thing a giant piece of chunk. Yep, there goes the Plunder.
That is so many Hydras.
At the same time, the double drop. They're gonna go through. There's only 3 Hydralisks in position here, and Lando's gonna wheel his way right in, overrun the garrison, and he's gonna take out the space, a double space snipe by Tang. And he's turning around. Tang is turning around. He doesn't want to lose that base.
Yeah, I'm not. Tang, you know, he's decided
Never mind.
he's not going to turn around.
Oh, he's not gonna. Oh, he needs to get off that ramp. This is a death trap.
Oh man, Tang can just sit down here.
Yeah. Normally you'd break out of this with tanks, but there's no tanks to be had with those Vipers, so it's just a shitty position for the Terran.
Yeah, I mean, these Vipers are flying around. They can drop a Blinding Cloud, to be honest, and then the Hydras can just go right up if they wanted. He's actually going to start a production medevac, but at the cost of the Viper. There's a lot of drones going down in this 4th base, actually, as well. That drop killed another 12 drones, but Tang still is at 180 supply versus 90. He's got the bank. Lando doesn't. I thought Lando was doing really well this game, but it turned out Hydra was good.
The thing is with this is that as Terran with 11 barracks production, your macro has to be on point. If you miss a single production cycle, that's very well missing the game, as we just saw. You have to be perfect to play with no AoE against Zerg, because Zerg's production has always been superior to Terran's. So you just can't miss anything, and there it goes. Lando calls GG Tang. Swift 3-0. One more game in this series.
Yeah, Tang needs 1 map. Lando needs the next 4 and the next best of 7. So this is looking grim for Lando. The last map for you, Lando.